guys, happy Friday. I'm gonna give this a minute. We're definitely getting there. I'm on a new computer. I was on a new computer last week too, and got the internet providers involved this week. The computer guys again. It's crazy around here. Today's Violet's birthday, so I'm taking the easy way, you guys. I've got my holiday catalog haul, and I thought that'd be a good one to share with you guys today. And then I can have a little bit easier start of my weekend if I don't have a second video to make and project sheet and stuff. So I hope you guys don't mind the haul. I'm pretty excited about this catalog. I like the stuff that Stampin' Up! Is offering for this holiday season. And I'll show you what I ordered on my first order, the things that are like instinctive to me, right? Like the first thing I do when I place an order, a pre-order, is I look through and what really resonates with me, that's what goes on that first order. The things that I can look at and feel like I have a plan, I feel a plan formulating for the crafting season, that's what goes on the first order. So I'm going to show you guys my first order, most of it anyway. All right, I'm playing with the lights a little bit, working on the sound, but my audio was really, really quiet last week, you guys. I'm sorry, I didn't even realize it until I was watching the replay. Hopefully this week is a lot better. Let me know if it sounds better to you guys this week. All right, let's see. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? This is the new holiday catalog. I got my catalogs yesterday. What day is today? Oh my gosh, the days of this week have just run together terrible. I think they arrived yesterday. So Card Club for Cool People, your catalog, unless you opted out, you get a catalog automatically unless you opt out. Card Club for Cool People, your catalog will be in with your August Card Club. We are going to work on packing those up tomorrow a little bit and Monday. Jen says, I can hear you good. Ann says, it sounds great. Hopefully it's much more volume than last week. We don't know what exactly went down. Hey, Tony, thank you for liking and sharing. Kathy's here. Kathy, I owe you a phone call, but could not do it yesterday. I had doctors and the internet people and Humble Home to launch, but I will catch up with you, okay, my friend? Kathy Sanford's here. Hello. Let's see. And Bellinger, hello. Hey, Jen. Happy Friday, Beth. You guys are greeting each other and everyone. I love that. Hey, Jessica. Stacy, hello, my friend. Paula says, hello, Marissa, catching you live for a change. I'm glad you're here. I don't know exactly how much stamping we're going to do exactly. It's Violet's birthday, and I'm just going to be straight up honest with you guys. I didn't feel like trying to push through her birthday and do a recorded video, a project sheet, photographs, blog post, everything. I want to go spend some time with her, and I figured, been reflecting a little bit lately, and I figured I probably wouldn't regret doing a little bit less crafting work and spending a little bit more time with Violet on her birthday, but I might regret not spending a little bit more time with Violet on her birthday and working more instead. So I hope you guys don't mind a catalog haul. I've got some kind of ideas of what I might want to do while we're live together today, but let's see here. Happy birthday, Violet. Thank you, you guys. She's 21 today. Isn't that nuts? That's nuts. Oh, goodness. Ann says, sounds great. And Jan says, we can hear you. Oh, good. Better than last week, I hope. Margot says, good morning from California. I hope all is well. Oh, it's good today. I've got some fun holiday catalog product for you. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca says, I can hear and see you. Good. You can see this beautiful new catalog. All right. In the description below, there's a link to fill out the form. If you are not a Card Club member or an In Color Club member, or you haven't filled out the form already, or you have not placed an order of Stampin' Up! With me in the last 4 months. All those people get the catalog automatically. They actually have to opt out of getting the catalog, right? So those are all automatic. If you're not one of those people and you haven't filled out the form and you want a catalog, fill out the form. We'll be sending out some catalogs. Saturday and Monday we're doing mail. We're doing mail both Saturday and Monday this week. So just fill out the form in the description below. And I will get you one of these catalogs mailed out. If you are a Stampin' Up! Customer, that means you've placed a Stampin' Up! Order from me in the last 4 months. You get a catalog automatically, and those are mailed out by Stampin' Up! To you, except in 2 circumstances. 1, if you've opted out of contact, or 2, there's something that Stampin' Up! Is flagging on your mailing address that might not lead to a successful delivery. All right, so we did have some problems this time. A lot of demonstrators might be talking about this. If you're a demonstrator, you might have experienced this. With the new online customer accounts, if Stampin' Up! Has your account flagged for a possibly undeliverable address, you have to go into your account and modify your address. Just make sure everything's okay. If you opt out of communication somewhere along the line, I can't send you a catalog. So if you're on that short list of people who aren't getting their catalog automatically, you've already been sent an email asking that you would respond to the email giving me permission to mail your catalog, and I'll mail it manually this time. But I've also sent in that email a request that you go opt in for communications and check your mailing address so that Stampin' Up! Can keep doing these mass mailings for me. It really saves me a lot. And so all the ones that I have to do manually, they just take such an extra effort, and then they cost more too. So if you're on that list, check your email. We will be sending out a reminder for those few that were either opt out of communication or have an address issue. We'll be sending one more reminder email in case you missed it so that you have the opportunity to reply to me and give me permission to contact you because your Stampin' Up! Profile has opted out of that. Okay? So that's the new catalog and what's going on with that and where you can request one. As far as I know, Stampin' Up! Has not done their mailing selector mailings yet. If you got a catalog through the mailing selector from me, or when you get your catalog from the mailing selector from me, let me know. I always forget to add myself to the mailing selector. Every time I say, this time I'm going to add myself to the mailing selector so that I can get a catalog and know that my catalogs have been mailed and what my customer can expect. And then I always forget. All right, so besides the new mini catalog that will be live for customers September 3rd, there's also an online exclusives that will be live at the same time. So we're getting 2 releases at once. This is PDF only. So this online exclusives product list will be something that I can publish out on my blog, but I cannot do that yet. I believe that this is not okay for me to share the inside pages of this yet. If I am wrong, and there's a demonstrator that knows that I can show the inside pages of this or not, let me know. But I think it's the same like this. I can't share this one yet. But both will release at the same time. This will only be available digital. If you want to print it yourself, you'll be able to do that. All right? So we're getting a ton of new product and a lot of very good product, you guys. I'm very happy with this catalog or this holiday season. So much so that I've spent a big portion of yesterday afternoon just kind of going through my calendar and mapping out when I can actually do things, because there's more product than I think there is time left in this year. I had a big freak out, you guys. Yesterday, I had a big freak out. I couldn't believe that there's only 4.5 months left in 2025. Do you guys get that? There's only 4.5 months. What am I going to do with all this great stuff? All right, so I've been mapping it out and just kind of taking my time trying to figure out when I want to do all these great ideas that percolated as I looked through these books. So September 3rd is when you can get your hands on these products if you are not a demonstrator. Now, if you would like to get these, you're not a demonstrator, and you'd like to get your hands on these products that I'm going to show you, before September 3rd, join the Kitchenettes. We would love to have you on our team. The things that I'm going to show you today, you can choose any of the pre-order things and add them to your starter kit right now. You don't have to wait. For $99, free shipping, so $99 plus tax, you can choose $125 worth of brand new products from the pre-order and start your journey with this Stampin' Up. It's really a great it's a great value, and being part of the Stampin' Up family and the Kitchenettes community really is an extra bonus. All right, and it does not matter if you want to just join for the discount, if you want to sell Stampin' Up products, or if you're, so hobby or business minded, we love and welcome you. We've got a great community in the Craft Social, and yeah, we'd love to have you, and you can get your hands on these things that I'm going to show you today. You can order them up today in a starter kit. All right, so let's see what you guys are saying. Tony says, my daughter-in-law will be 26 tomorrow, and then our anniversary is Sunday. A busy weekend for us. Ooh, sounds like a party weekend for you. Anne says, family first always, and happy birthday, Violet. Right? That's just where I'm at today. And as much as I love to stamp, to put together the project to present live, and you just do a live and it seems like, oh, it's just a live. But then I also do the pre-recorded video, and then there's the pictures need to be taken, and the pictures need to be edited, and then they need to be uploaded to the blog. The blog post needs to be done. And then the project sheet, and it just is so much work for a Friday when we're actually going to be entertaining for dinner tonight and stuff like that. So thank you for understanding, you guys, and still spending some time with me, even though I don't know how much stamping I'll do. We'll see. I feel very chatty about all the stuff that I'm dreaming up, though. Margot says, happy birthday, Violet. Remember being 21. It was awesome. And then the journey to today hasn't been too bad either, right? That's how I feel about, same with me, Margot. I like that sentiment. Jan says, time flies. Yep, 4.5 months is all that's left of 2025. The starter kit is really the best deal. It sure is. It sure is. And the community that comes with it is unbeatable. My kitchen table stamper Craft Social and the community around the Kitchenettes, it's really the community, the deal that you get when you join, plus the community that you become part of, it's the best. It's the very best way to do it. Beth says, my son will be 20 this month. Time flies, doesn't it? Marcy says, happy Friday. I received my mini catalog yesterday in the mail from you. Oh, good. Thank you. I wasn't sure where it was at in the mailing selector. Fantastic. That is really good news. Thank you for sharing that with me. I always forget myself. Archer refused to go for a walk. It's raining, so I'm able to watch live today. Hey, I'm glad you're here, my friend Shirley. I just said that the community that you join as you join the Kitchenettes is the Kitchen Table Stamper Craft Social. Shirley is one of our star contributors in the Craft Social. The community that you join when you buy the starter kit, when you join us in the Craft Social and you become part of our community, is unbeatable. All right, you guys, let's see here. Hey, Lori, I'm glad you're here. Patty's here. Let's see. Lori shared. Thank you for sharing. Patty says, so glad I caught you live today. I'm glad you caught me live today, too. All right, you guys. All right, so let's get to the nitties and gritties here. These are our 2 new releases available for demonstrators to order or in starter kits. And I can't show you inside, but I can show you the covers. Look at that. I got some of those products to show you today. All right, so let me start with, what do I want to start with? I actually think I would like to start with Designer Series papers, okay? Because we are doing a paper sampler and sketch series. Let me get these. We are doing a holiday catalog, and there is a form to register. Let me see. Hey, Elena, if you're listening, can you put the form to register in the comments? All right, let me do something here. So these are the Designer Series papers from the catalog and the online exclusives, and we are doing a quarter of a pack of each, except for this one. This one will be a 1/6 of a pack because it's one of those packs that doesn't have 6 different patterns. So we don't send multiples all the time when they have less than 6 patterns in a 12 by 12. So let's see here. I want to let you know. All right, so the paper sampler and sketch series, you can begin registering right now. There is a link. Let me see if I can, oh, I don't know if I can share it from here. Let's see. I don't think I put it in the description either. Hold on, I'm going to do something. So these are the new papers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new papers in our sampler and sketch series. And I ordered each of them on the pre-order. And we can take a look at them. There's 2 6x6 and 7 12 by 12. Let me show you. We're going to start with those 6x6. And so our paper sampler and sketch series will be registration from the 27th through September 2nd. So we fill out the form to join, and the 27th you'll get your link to pay for your sampler. So join using the link. The 27th will send you a link to pay. And oh, look at that. And Elena is listening. All right, so the paper sampler and sketch series form is now pinned in the comments on Facebook. All right, so let's pop over and look at this one. This is called the Christmas Tags and More 6x6 Mix and Match Specialty Designer Series paper. And it has 6x6 paper and die cuts. Let me just show you this guy. So for your sampler, you're going to get assorted die cuts in your paper sampler. We're doing that now because Stampin' Up! Is addicted to these things. So we're changing with the times. There is 2 different sheets. So you'll get assorted die cuts and then 2 each of the 6x6. And we did 2 each on this one because there are beautiful 2x3 cutouts, and then on the back side there's some pretty cool gingham. So I wanted to make sure that you had both to use when you got this sampler. Sometimes I only do one of each design, either a 6x6 or 6x12, and I cut it down a little bit more than quarter. But this one, I wanted to make sure that you had both pieces to use in your sampler. Okay, so that's, and then the next one is got a 2x6 and a 4x6. So it's a 6x6 page, but you can cut it down to use on your cards or in your like memories and more type scrapbooking. And then a beautiful pattern on the other side. You'll get 2 of those because, you know, I don't want you to have to choose whether you use the elements or the pattern. You know what I mean? You guys picking up what I'm putting down? We thought about it because it's just a sample, right? But I also want it to be a useful sample. And if you want the ornaments and you want the seafoam pattern, or if you want the swag and you want the mistletoe pattern, I wanted you to have both. So 2 of each of these 6x6 sheets. There's a beautiful plaid and a snowflake. All right, so that is, and then you'll get assorted die cuts in the sampler also. And that is the Christmas Tags and More 6x6 Specialty Mix and Match. What do you guys think of that? Interesting new product, don't you think? I'm gonna have to peek over on the comments and see what you guys are thinking about that product. New, exciting. All right. Hey Esmeralda, I'm glad you're here. Jen says, love this pack. Me too, me too. I'm trying to schedule all the fun that I can have with all the paper. All right, now the other 6x6 that's new is called Lights of Aurora. And this one has 8 designs. So you're going to get 12 pages, but you'll get some with 4 of the patterns you'll get 2. Let me make sure that I'm in the, here, I had to change my view. So you get kind of a galaxy looking aurora borealis on one side, and then you get a watercolor wash and some very jewel tone colors. Interesting color palette, isn't it? All right, so you get 12 sheets of that, 1 of each design, 2 of half of the designs in the paper sampler. And again, that one is Lights of Aurora 6x6. It'll be available to order in full packs starting September 3rd. You can join the paper sampler now. I'll be giving you a sneak peek at our sketch series too. And then we can send you a link for payment on the 27th. All right, so the next one I want to show you is called Traditions of Christmas. This one's a specialty, 12 by 12. And then this one you will get 1 each of 6 by 12 pieces. All right, so we cut, when we have 12-inch paper, we try to keep it 6 by 12 and give you the biggest chunk that you can work with. There's the front and back. The colors in this are beautiful. Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, Pool Party, Real Red, Secret Sea, and Gold are what they list on the bag. Poinsettia design. And then here, this will coordinate with some dies in the suite. And then the B side, Love Me a Good Stripe. And this one, like swags of wintry flowers and a Secret Sea stripe. This one, a mixed floral, kind of a small, close pattern, and some Cherry Cobbler. It's got a little dot. It's kind of busy. Camera picks it up better a little closer. And then a red and gold. And then the back side is a gorgeous green plaid. I like small doses of that red and gold with a lot of the green plaid. What do you guys think? Are you with me? Small doses of the red and gold. Lots and lots of plaid. All right, then last one in this page, or in this pack, is a big poinsettia print with a Secret Sea background and a gorgeous plaid. This is a good masculine plaid too, not just for the holidays. All right, so this is one of the paper packs I'm planning to feature in Card Club for Cool People. The next one is North Pole Delivery. I'm also going to feature North Pole Delivery in Card Club. I just dropped a pack of paper and scared Banjo. It's okay, Banjo. It's okay, buddy. This one is North Pole Delivery 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. And the colors in this one are listed as Basic Black, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Flirty Flamingo, Garden Green, Great Granite, Pecan Pie, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, and Very Vanilla. And as you can see, a lot of those neutrals are because of the cute little animals on all the pages. I love this postage. So that's front and back. And then Rosemary says, love that plaid. Me too. I could go for a whole pack of that plaid, honestly. And then letters and packages with a Vanilla and Poppy Parade grid on the back. Love this grid too. These envelopes and packages are adorable. I think these two are, I think this is my favorite 2 patterns. And of course, Stampin' Up! Foiled again, put my 2 favorite patterns back to back. Come on, Stampin' Up! And then there's 2 different die cut sheets. So in the sampler, you're gonna get 1 each, 6 by 12, of 5 patterns and then assorted die cuts. Now this one's a little different from the past packs that Stampin' Up! Has had with die cuts, like for instance, the Halloween pack. Instead of 2 of the same pack of die cuts, this one has 2 different, or I should say 2 of the same sheet of die cuts. This one has 2 different sheets of die cuts. So that's kind of interesting, but you only get 2 of each if there's 2 on the sheet. You don't automatically get 2 of each because of 2 of the same sheets. So we'll see how this goes, and you'll get assorted die cuts with your paper sampler. We'll be splitting those up. And then here's another one. I love the letters like in a pile instead of all laid out nice and neat. And then lots of little animal scenes. And then these guys, they're kind of parading across the paper. I love the bear with the letter in its mouth. And then a pretty pool party polka dot. And last but not least, my favorite pattern in this pack. I guess I have 2 favorite patterns because that's stinking cute, don't you think? The little scenes. Love it. I don't know how I'd use it exactly. Where the other one, I know exactly how to use it. It really fits my style. This one would be me pushing a little bit to grow creatively, and then mailboxes and letters. So really good color palette here. It'll be an interesting paper to work with, and we will be using it in Card Club. All right, then the next one is Peaceful Garden. This one was part of Creativity Now, so it might not look like new paper to you. Uh-oh, that's the one I dropped on the floor and scared the dog. So this one might not look like new paper to you because Stampin' Up! Demonstrators have had it for, I don't remember when was Creativity Now, 2 months ago now? So this was the one that we could pre-order for Creativity Now. And it is it'll be 6 by 12. You'll get 1 6 by 12 sample of each pattern in your paper sampler. I don't believe that the Creativity Now pre-order stuff was available like in starter kits either. I think you had to do Creativity Now in the pre-order for this to get this paper and the other products that I'll show you from this suite. But really pretty. Not necessarily Christmas or winter. I like the flexibility that are in these patterns. The blues are beautiful. Peaceful Garden is Basic Beige, Cloud Cover, Crumb Cake, Misty Moonlight, Pecan Pie, and Secret Sea. I love it. This one's kind of classic. Other side is what I think is Lost Lagoon. Love the grid. Pretty little dove pattern. And then the sprigs on the other side. These just coordinate so nicely with the dies. Not that the dies cut it out, but that the art coordinates so nicely. And then these, more little doves on a little bit lighter background. I love the crumb cake. The crumb cake really gives this pack of paper flexibility. You can do so much with it, especially when you look at something like that, right? Very different feel, very different application to, say, something like this, right? Very different application, very different feel, or something like that, right? Those coordinate nicely in there if you want to throw that in there. But if you're like, don't know about those doves and sprigs, I think that there's some real flexibility to be had in this paper pack. All right, and then the sprigs on the other side, we've got, you know what it looks like to me? It looks like maybe a tile. It's not marbled. It's just kind of mottled, and then there's a swipe over it. It's, you know, like, I don't know. And I'm not sure how awesome the camera's picking that up, but cool neutral. A nice way to add a little bit of texture. Now, the next one is the Autumn Toile designer series paper. This one is 3 each of 4 designs. So in the paper sampler, you'll get 1 6x12 of each design. So 4 pieces. Love, love, love this. It's nice with a little bit of that too, I think. But you know, this one right here, so useful for masculine, anything's through fall. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, the colors in this one are, according to the package, Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, Gray Granite, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, Very Vanilla. Lots and lots of Very Vanilla. If you've got time on your hands this weekend, send Stampin' Up! A suggestion in the suggestion box that they bring back vanilla envelopes. Just saying, just saying. And then here we go, little leafy stripes. And then this is going to be great for your hunters. It's autumn with the pumpkins and the trees, but it's also very masculine with the B-side patterns and the opportunities for your hunters. Here's little garden and pumpkin patch and a neutral. Love this. Okay, so where's my, which one? Is it this one? It might be this one, yeah. Here is this paper used in the background on this sample, and it's not awesome because you can, I used just copied paper, and so you can see this, the backside printing through, but I love this as just a not quite solid, neutral, add some texture, really good pattern. And then the fox and a nice varied stripe. Love this stripe. All right, so that is the Autumn Toile designer series paper. Now the 3 from online exclusives, because we are going to have both. I keep sliding that thing around. Sorry, you guys. There's 3 12x12 packs from the online exclusives, and each of these in the sampler will have a 6x12 sample, 1 each of 6 double-sided patterns. Jen says, yes, we need Very Vanilla envelopes, right? Bring it back, bring it back. I absolutely love the entire collection of products that can be used for multiple occasions. Are you talking about the autumn one or the Peace on Earth? The Autumn Toile or the Peace on Earth? I think both of those have very multitasker. It can go in so many different directions with both of those papers. I love those packs. This is Gathering Together, 6x12. So you'll get, or 12x12, so you'll get 6x12. It is a specialty. It's got some gold foil in it. I can't wait to show you this embossing folder. So good. All right, so there's a good multicolor leaf. The leaf patterns are very similar from one to the next. There's a stripe and a wood grain kind of back to back. I love that. And then here, this one might be the one on the sample too, because there's another just very neutral. This is more of a beige. The other one was more gray, but just kind of a little texture. I don't know, like a patterned, not like the swipe from the Peace on Earth, but like texture, good background. And then here's a orange, brown, and beige leaf. Very similar pattern from one leaf pattern to the next. This texture is crazy. I mean, there's no texture on it. This pattern gives the look of a texture. It's crazy. It looks like a football. Do you see what I'm saying? Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Like, all your football fans need this one because it looks like the texture of a football, with this one because it looks a little bit like the yard lines. Do you guys see a football card here, or is that just me? That's the card for your football fans right there. So again, with these B-side textures, you can do a lot of great stuff for masculine and fall, not leafy fall. Here's a good plaid. This one says scarecrow to me. And then another really good plaid. And a little gold leafy. The plaid is the superior side, I'm just saying. Just saying. And then a beige kind of a streak, and then a gorgeous multi. I love how this multi has the beige background instead of a white background. And that is Gathering Together DSP. That's an online exclusive. So remember about online exclusives, they're available while supplies last. Stampin' Up! May or may not restock these products. So if you're trying to prioritize something between online exclusive product and holiday catalog product, just know that online exclusives may or may not come back once they sell out. Jen says, love that Gathering Together DSP, right? I think it's my favorite of the fall options this year. It's really, really pretty paper. All right, here is front and back. This one is called Elegant Pine Snowflakes, Cherry Cobbler, Garden Green, Old Olive, Pretty Peacock, Secret Sea, Shaded Spruce, according to the package. I love this like frosty, it looks like the windows when they freeze over in the winter. They have that like crystal pattern on it. There's a few different colors of that pattern too. This is my favorite. Love that pattern. Here's another one of those crystal frosty ones. More pine boughs made into snowflakes. And then snowflake. I love both sides of this one. This is very striking. This is very striking. What do you guys think of this one? And it says, love elegant pine snowflakes. How about this pattern with the very dark background? And then the greens and the reds just pop off of it. Not sure. I might be a little intimidated by this pattern. What do you guys think? Jan says, gorgeous. Oh, goodness. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this one. It's very striking. Oh, Beth loves the fox. Beth, I can't believe how many people are like, that pattern is my favorite. That paper pack, it's so awesome. I don't think I've heard anybody say anything bad about the fox. It's very cute. All right, then that's the back. I love the back of this one too. So you guys, until you see each of the papers, it's hard to judge rightly what your favorites are. So think about the paper sampler. You can get one 6x6 or one 6x12. In a few cases, rare cases, you're going to get two. In our 6x6, you're going to get two of most of our 6x6 patterns. But a 6x6 and a 6x6 is a 6x12, right? So you're going to get, and then you can, after you see the whole pack, then you can decide which ones you want to buy full packs of, and you can see it for real. Because sometimes the ones that I think are going to be snooze papers, then I get them and I feel so different about it in real life. And sometimes I think that I've got a winner and I order it up and I'm like, oh my gosh, this paper is horrible. It looked so different online. So sometimes that's been my experience, and so that's why the paper samplers, because I like to start out with some of each and then pick which ones I want to commit to whole pack. All right, this is the last one, Modern Christmas 12x12 Specialty. And in the sampler, you'll get a 6x12 of each of these designs. So we got stars and black and white trees. Very New Year's Eve, edgy Christmas. And then these big, like mistletoe, because the leaf isn't right for holly. So I think a mistletoe. And then fa la 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 la. Very edgy. And then kind of a dashed pattern. And this is my favorite pattern in the pack. Love, love this varied stripe. This little scribble is so cute. I think that there's a lot that can be done here. Not holiday at all, if you don't want it to be. Very, very cute. Maybe back to school even on that one. I don't know. It makes me think of elementary school for some reason. I don't know. And then this little guy. Do not like those together. Sorry. If you do, you do you. Stamp on, friend, if you like that one. But those two were a little hard to look at together for me. All right, and then a dot, white with black polka dots, and then little groups of trees. gold ornaments. Lots of foil and bling here, maybe with a strip of fa la 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 la. Get some real modern feel going on there. But the back of this one is white with black, kind of a diagonal plaid. And that is the new catalog designer series papers in the paper sampler. And we will be offering 3 brand new sketches. So 20, 20, 21, 22, and 23 will be released with the new catalog paper sampler. When you do our paper sampler, you can get just the paper. I always recommend just the paper for my team members. If you want to get all the paper and a little bit of all the paper, then grab that just the paper, because you get all of my online content for free. You get, you can order the embellishments from yourself and get your discount. So just get the paper if you want a paper sampler. That's why we really do just the paper is for my team members. But you're welcome to do just the paper, or you can do the paper with the sketches in PDF form. And when we do the sketches, you get 1 through 23 in the new paper sampler. You get them digitally, and of course my team gets those compiled PDFs anyways for free. But you'll get 1 through 28 or 23 in digital form. And then our third option is the concierge paper sampler. And the paper sampler concierge gets the laminated ones like I just showed you. Our embellishments with this paper sampler, let me show you now. This is the streaked dots. You're gonna get a pack of the streaked dots if you get the PDF or the concierge level paper sampler. If you get just the paper, you don't get the embellishments or the sketches. All right, so that's the streaked dots. I love these. You guys are kind of tiger eye. And then the other embellishment we're including is not here. I sent it with Jan. But you're gonna get a pack of the Old Olive and Early Espresso linen thread. So there's a new product coming. It's an online exclusive product. It's part of the Gathering Together suite. So if you need to look this up, if you're a demonstrator, you can look it up and see, but it's 2 spools of linen thread, Old Olive, Early Espresso, both are 15-yard spools. All right, now I sent them my home with Jan so that she can make some thank you cards for me. So I don't have that one to show you, but I do have a couple of other embellishments to show you. So the other ones that I bought right off the bat are called Cajun Craze and Gold Dots. And you'll see it's definitely Cajun Craze, and it's got that fleck of gold foil in. Love these. These are coordinate to the autumn toile. No, these ones coordinate, sorry, to the online exclusive one, right? Is this the Gather Together one? Yeah, this goes with the Gather Together suite. And this one, the one that comes in the paper sampler, goes with the autumn toile. So both are great embellishments. This one, we gotta open this one to see Dear Dots. These are such pretty colors. These coordinate with the North Pole Delivery Designer Series paper, part of that suite. I plan on including these in Card Club. All right, so that's the Dear Dots. And then these, we had these 2 years ago in a couple in different colors, a blue, a green, and white. They're called sparkle sequins. They're kind of a glittery dot, very thin, no hole in the center. So it's like a sequin with no hole, but it's got the glitter, different color palette. I liked these similar ones that we had a couple of years ago because they're super flat. You get a lot in a pack. Usually you're making a lot of Christmas cards. There's 240 embellishments in this pack. So a really good one for making Christmas cards. And these are coordinate with the traditions of Christmas Designer Series paper. Well, I put this back in the packet. Can I be really honest with you guys? I feel that these traditional sparkling sequins are not the best coordination with the suite that they're included in. I don't feel like the colors are a fantastic match. I love the embellishment. I love the paper. Let me grab that traditional one more time here just to refresh your memory. And then this is the embossing folder from that suite too. So this is the paper, and it's okay together. When you get it, I think that this is the best pattern with these. But when you get into the single side ones, or I mean the B side ones, where you've got more of the color designs, they're good. They're okay. They're good. They're good. Okay together. Maybe you love them. I don't know. This is a little bit too pool party, and the color in here is cloud cover. I don't know. They're okay together. They're okay together. Great paper, great embellishment. I don't know how much I'll use them together. That's all. Get both, and then you tell me if you use them together. All right, so from that Traditions suite, I got the traditional wreath embossing folder. It's a 6x6. So I can't wait to see how I can apply that onto a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. Because what we're gonna have is either framing with the center open, or maybe going across the front, more like a swag. I don't know, we'll see. I'm very much looking forward to playing with traditional wreath 3D embossing folder. All right, here is the other embossing folder I got. This is called Gathering Leaves embossing folder, and you can see it's got the same pattern as that Cajun Craze leaf paper that I showed you. It's kind of hard to tell from the catalog, and it really is kind of hard to tell from the catalog what this design is, but I think that you're going to enjoy using this one. I'm going to show you really quick because we're going to circle around to this anyways. If you got the Humble Home Stamp and Stick card class packet, this is your chance to turn your head, because we're working hard to make sure that all of the class packets that leave Kitchen Table Stamper have a handmade card in the packet. And so I'm about to show the thank you card. So if you want to look away for a minute and have your thank you card be a surprise, now's the time to look away. While I'm giving Humble Home Stamp and Stick card class packet purchasers a minute to look away if they don't want their thank you card spoiled, I will show you the class. I will be back Thursday with the Humble Home Stamp and Stick card class. We're going to make the cards that this packet is designed to produce. Of course, you do not have to use the Humble Home. You can put any image that you want there. All right, so I do it with the Humble Home. Jan's going to do a couple of alternatives like she always does, and that's the cards that produce. We still have plenty of Humble Home Stamp and Stick class packets available in the store. There's a link in the description if you want to pick one of these up. And then Thursday will be our card class. Okay, so that's the Humble Home Stamp and Stick card class. Now I'm turning it. If you want your thank you card to be a surprise, turn away. I want to show you how I used this embossing folder. So what we did was we took a crumb cake panel and then inked with pecan pie. And I love how it looks kind of farm cowgirl. And then we added, this will be the new early espresso, old olive, or this garden green linen thread from the Winterly Treetops collection. But I mixed that all up. The new tags, I'll show you those dies in just a minute. Here's the Tractor and Company, which is our featured bundle for our next Stampin' Stick card class, 2 weeks from next Thursday. But isn't that just a fun folder? I think that there's going to be a lot of good fun had with this folder. But that's an example of that. I'll come back to this in just a minute. Let me put that over there. I guess I can put the card. All right, if you don't want to be spoiled, your thank you card with the Humble Home Stampin' Stick, I put it over there. You can look back now. It does use this folder, the new tags dies that I'm about to show you. Let me grab those. And it's a kind of sneak peek of the Tractor and Company bundle that we're featuring in the next Stampin' Stick. All right, let me show you first the dies. So the dies that I used on that Tractor and Company card, the Hey card, these are them. This is called the Pattern Tags dies. You get your solid and then your little tag reinforcer. That's what I used on the card. A paper bow, you can make a paper bow, and then 3 tags that cut out a pattern. So you can layer them on top of the solid one, or you can use them just as they are, decorative. Love this die set. You guys, I'm very excited about it, especially the tag. It's a cute shape. The pattern tags are a lot of fun. That's called Pattern Tags Dies. Put that up on the pile. Another one that I got, this has a stamp set, but I didn't get bundled because here's the thing. When I do class packets, I need multiple sets of the dies. So I got the dies because I will buy 2 sets of these. So the next time I buy this, on the next order I place, I'll get the stamp set that goes with it too. So there is a stamp set that goes with this. I just didn't get bundled this time. This is called Branching Out Dies, and there's a stamp set called Branching Out that coordinates with it. But I love these ticket corner nested rectangles. Really awesome. So if you're not interested in another pine branch, pine cone kind of a stamp set, you don't have to get bundled. You can cut each one of these from cardstock. The thing about this die set particularly is if you don't get bundled, it's okay. There is not a single die in the set that needs a stamp. Go Stampin' Up. That is brilliant. You know, we get bundled and we get bundled and we get bundled, but sometimes we don't want to get bundled and we just buy dies, and then we have 3 or 4 or 6 dies that only coordinate with the stamps, and they just cut out a bubble that doesn't make any sense without the stamp, right? Not this die set. So if you're looking at it and you're like those nested, the sprig, pine cone, pine bough, and this little edge, no need for the stamps if you don't want them. I do want them. They'll be on my next order with another set of these dies. All right. So what do you think so far, you guys? Oh my goodness. I just feel like I'm talking and talking. Let me look at some comments. You guys are quiet on the comments. Kathy says, love that gathering leaves embossing folder. It turned out so nice. Hey, thank you. And Jan says, love the chicken so much. Isn't it too cute? All right, so then let's see. How's my YouTube friends doing? Kathy says, oh yeah, cowgirl loves it, right? It has like a glam cowgirl kind of feel. The thank you card for Humble Home. The Tractor and Company is good for more than just tractors, you guys. That's what I'm going to say about that. The tractor's cute, but there's so much more in there with the corn and the hay and the chicken and the... Yeah, it's cute. There's some fun ways to do it. Tractors are good, but you don't need a tractor every day, right? So I've been trying to highlight some of the other fun you can have with that bundle. Let's see here. Jan says, so excited to see what you create. Me too. I've got a lot of ideas. Debbie says, I often get just the dies, right? And often I have 4, 5, 6 bubbles that don't make any sense without the stamps. So I'm pretty impressed with this Branching Out die set, that every die that I paid for is useful even without the stamps. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, so what do I want to do next? Homemade treats. Let me show you guys that bundle. I couldn't resist this, you know, kitchen table stamper, anything with a kitchen kind of theme. I don't have strong plans for it yet, but don't worry. We've got a lot of ideas up our sleeve for this holiday season. So we'll see how much I can bust out. Homemade Treats is a cling stamp set. You can get a die set bundled up with it. Homemade Treats dies. I really do like that. All right, so it's got the little tray and then cookies. 3 different shapes. And each one of those cookies has 2 dies. So if you want to make a few of these sheets with a few of these cookies on, you can be cutting 6 cookies at one time, which is awesome because each sheet is going to have 3 or 4 cookies on it, right? So I love the double dies. Go Stampin' Up on that too. Really, really cute. I think this little dough with the shapes cut out of it is really a cute stamp too. I thought what a nice detail to show the rolled out dough with the cookie cutter shapes cut out. Cute, cute, super cute. Love the pattern on the rolling pin, the mitt. The font is really nice with the art style. It's beginning to taste a lot like Christmas. Cute sentiment. I think this one's got a lot going for it. So great for treats this time of year. If you really like making the treat packaging, here's your bundle. Snowflake Kisses, I did not get bundled. I do not like the Snowflake Kisses dies. It's one of those great big metal background dies. They cost a fortune. They're fiddly to pick out. Not my thing, but these sentiments are adorable. If kisses were snowflakes, I'd send you a blizzard. Winter is warmer when we're together. Happy winter. Be warm and be well. May the chill of winter be warmed by love and friendship. Let it snow, sending warm hugs. And then, of course, lots of love to you and yours. And you're one of a kind. So the only 2 that really, if kisses were snowflakes, I'd send you a blizzard. That's where the pine bough snowflake patterns are going to come in really handy, right? I don't need those fiddly snowflake dies. But look at this, you guys. This is the Stay Warm bundle. It's reversibles. I love the sweater, the cap, the socks, the mittens with sending warm hugs. Let it snow. May the chill of winter be warmed, or may the chill of winter be warmed by love and friendship. Be warm and well. Happy winter. Winter is warmer when we're together, especially with with the socks, like a bunch of pairs of socks, and winter is warmer when we're together. All right, so just maybe pointing out the obvious there, but if you're kind of like, those snowflake kisses dies aren't my thing. They're kind of fussy. Think about, that's what I'll be putting together. Card club for cool people. Spoiler alert. All right, gingerbread man. Hang on, I forgot the dies behind. They're huge. Well, the envelope is huge. Let me grab the die set because this one is so cute. All right, so the Party Piggy. This is the Party Piggy's cousin, Gingerbread Man. And this is another card club for cool people. Spoiler. We will be featuring Gingerbread Man in Card Club. Love the gumdrops. Love that you can put the scarf around his neck, the hat on his head. You can put the bow around his neck. It just has so many fun mix and match options, and anything with oh snap instantly goes into my cart. My husband says oh snap all the time. It's hysterical. He's 50 years old. He's Mexican Colombian, kind of not a real tall man, bearded. There's lots of gray in his beard nowadays. And he just will burst out with oh snap sometimes, and it just makes me crack up every time. So oh snap. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Baking spirits bright and seasons eatings. I like the font. I had so much fun with the party piggy. I think he's going to be, the same kind of fun. So there's my gingerbread man. And then Fluffy Squirrel. Where is my punch? I got the Fluffy Squirrel bundle. You guys, I don't think the samples in the catalog didn't do this guy justice. Yeah, the samples made him look kind of like a pink albino squirrel, like something that you would dream about after you ate too much and went to bed full. So don't judge Fluffy Squirrel based on the samples, okay? I'm going to just really look at him himself. Let me get my camera view a little bit different. He is pretty cute. He doesn't look like an pink albino squirrel nightmare. He doesn't. And I think good things can be done with Fluffy Squirrel. So that's the Fluffy Squirrel. And then go nuts at your birthday. Can't even. Oh my gosh, I can't even. We might see him for a birthday card club, you guys. Just not saying too much right now because I'm still trying to figure out how to fit everything in. But go nuts, it's your birthday. Anyway. You guys like the gingerbread man, huh? Oh, goodness, the oven mitt makes a great ghost. Oh, I got to pull that one back and look at it. Oh, the oven mitt makes a great ghost. Now I want to put wiggly eyes on it. Oh, goodness. Tony, I don't know who saw it, but did it have wiggly eyes on it? It needs to have wiggly eyes. Debbie says, need to make a recipe box, right? I had done a recipe swap in a 6x6 scrapbook a million years ago. I'd like to do that again. I'd like to do a recipe swap. Maybe I'll have to think about that. The cookies are adorable. Love the gingerbread man. Me too. I'm glad you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. Marcy says, love the gingerbread man. So cute. Oh, snap is so funny, right? Oh, snap. And he's going to have like an arm bitten off or a leg bitten off on one of my cards. You can, pick up what I'm putting down there or not. Shirley says, love a punch bundle. Yes, I do too. I really think that there is it's something special about Stampin' Up. The bundled together, the punches to go with the stamps is a pretty excellent thing. And then the price is usually pretty affordable for the tools bundled together. So Jan loves the gingerbread man. Kathy says, homemade treats will be on my next order. Such a good one for the season. Let's see here. All right, so Fluffy Squirrel. Don't look too hard at the samples in the catalog. Look at the images in the stamp set and then make your decision. I'll be doing a few things with it, so hopefully you'll see that Fluffy Squirrel has really good potential. Jen says, make a carrot from the frosting bag, right? It'll take you from cookies and Christmas treats straight into Easter, right? Let's see here. Let's see. Cheryl wants a full 12 by 12 sheet sampler. We've never done one of those for a designer paper, only for the two-tone cardstock. I have to think about that one. Not a bad idea. Cheryl, anybody else would go for a 12 by 12 sampler, one full sheet of all 12 by 12 papers? And then what would we do if we had one full sheet? So that would be a sixth of a pack, basically. And no, because we only get two. It would be a half a pack. That would be half a pack. And then with the die cuts, that'd be interesting. I had to think about how that would work out and which ones we could include and not make a problem for ourselves. Let me think about that one for a little while, Cheryl. Kathy says, yes, on the recipe swap. Maybe we need to do that with the team, Kathy. Kathy is part of the bigger group of kitchenettes. She's an honorable kitchenette because Kathy's one of my sister sister stampers. She and I have the same upline, and so we've been doing some things together with her team, my team, and our upline Angie's team. Maybe we need a recipe swap. Kathy says, I did one of those way back as a 6x6. Let's talk about that when we talk. You and me have to catch up. Kathy and I do some fun things together with our team. So if you've thought about joining and grabbing the starter kit and some new products, get those new products in the starter kit, now is a really good time. And maybe we can all do a recipe swap. What do you guys think about that? Kitchenettes team? Chicks, Paper Ink, you guys that watch sometimes. Kathy, we'll talk about that. All right, so the next one I've got is Autumn Trees. The Autumn Trees is a cling stamp set and dies. Now, I got to take this one apart and show you because you won't. Jan says, hi, Banjo. Yeah, I don't know what Banjo just barked at, though, because there's nobody here but me. Let me show you. So this is Autumn Trees dies. Get a load of the size of that tree, right? So you can do the outline for the stamp. You can do this layers inside, and then you can do, or, you know, any mix and match of these. And then this one is like an extra texture layer of leaves that you can then put up on top of that. So you can start to really build dimension with this tree. And then look at the little deers on the edge there. Aren't they so cute? All right, so this is Autumn Trees cling stamp set. Now let me show you this too. Look at that tree, because you can't get the full idea of that tree from the front of the stamp case. It's massive. This is at 80%, so this 20% bigger. It's a big tree. So we'll see what I do with this one. Not exactly sure what to do with this one. I will tell you that Stampin' Up got me on this one. I got these on the prize wheel in the incentive trip. You guys, they spoil us like crazy on the incentive trip. So we walk in the room and the whole room is set up with all the things from this suite, right? The papers on display, there's samples on display, the stamp set, all the product, the dies are all on display. And then you go and you spin the wheel. So you go into the room and you spin the wheel every day for a prize. And I spun the wheel and got this Autumn Trees die set. Talk about a prize, right? That's a nice value. Brought them home from the incentive trip. And I said, I'm glad that the suite is coming, but you know what they just did, what Stampin' Up just did. They gave me the dies, and they knew that as soon as it was available, I'd be ordering the trees to go with it. So for as much as I say don't get bundled, you don't have to get bundled. You can just have the dies. And these dies, for the most part, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you don't really need the stamps for. 1, 2, 3, 4, cut out the stamps, right? So there's a lot there. I didn't have to get bundled, but I did. I got bundled. So as soon as this was available, I ordered this Autumn Trees, and this will be my challenge one. I don't know. It's a little bit more sketchbook, realistic sketchbook, like an artist's sketchbook, sketching very realistic images. Don't always deal with this kind of style of art. So we'll see what I do with it. I got the Autumn Trees stamps to go with my dies. And then the last bundle I have to show you is the Gathering Moments. So here's the Gathering Moments stamp set. It's cling. But what I really think is important to show you here is look at the size of that leaf. Look at the size of that leaf stamp, right? So there's the stamp, but look at the dies. So of course, because Stampin' Up in true Stampin' Up fashion has the die to cut out that stamped image, right? But look at this one. Look at this one. They're massive. And they got the holes in them. And so you can just take this piece and you can just use this die and punch those holes like in a piece of cardstock. or you can put them together. I haven't taken this one off the plastic yet. Or you can put them together and get a leaf with the whole pattern. So this will just do the whole pattern. If you want the leaf to cut out, then you have to run through both dies at the same time. And then the samples show these little holes stitched through. So it's got the stitches. I don't know, you guys, I love to stitch stuff. So this was like no brainer. Put it in my cart. I love these dies. I love the mushroom and the acorn. This little tiny bit of plaid there. Many thanks. Your friendship means the world to me. Gather and thankful for you. Expressing heartfelt gratitude. So I like that there's some sentiments in there. There's been a trend with Stampin' Up! To have sentiments and a label set as part of the suite, and then images and a dies that cut out those images. And to have the full picture, to have the full collection, you kind of have to buy both bundles. And so I really appreciate the images and useful greetings in one stamp set. And then the dies that you can cut out the images, but also some fun like standalone pieces with or without the stitching too on those leaves. So what do you guys think of those massive leaves? They're pretty big, aren't they? All right, I've got a couple ribbons to show you, and I think that that will end my haul video. Let me show you my two. I did have the linen threads, but I don't have them here. Debbie says dogs don't need a reason to bark. Yep, mine sure doesn't, that's for sure. Sometimes he just wants to express himself, right? Jen says they're huge, right? They're huge. All right, so this is called Real Red Shiny or Glimmer Ribbon. No, Shiny Ribbon. It's got kind of a shine, a sheen. I would call it even more like a sheen. Then I would call it a shine. It's matte on one side, and I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up at all. And shiny on the other side. It's a little wide. It ties nicely enough. When you pull the knot, it's not really bulky because the fabric's kind of thin, but it's a little bit crispy, you guys. Oh, right there, the camera's picking up the shine on that loop. See it in this? It feels a little bit crispy. I'm going to see what I like to do with this. The other thing is too, it's called Real Red, but then it goes with the traditional designer series paper, and that's sweet. And the red in there is more of a cherry cobbler, and the ribbon is more, it almost has a poppy parade feel. So when you look at it with the cherry cobbler, it looks a little bit more orange. So again, I think that the embellishments that were in this traditional suite are good embellishments, but they're not super matched to the regal colors in here. You've got Secret Sea and Old Olive and Cherry Cobbler, but then the embellishments that go with it are more of Real Red than Cherry Cobbler, a little bit more of a pool party than Cloud Cover. Just a little bit, the embellishments for the suite are a little bit more playful. And then the ribbon is more Poppy Parade, I feel, than Real Red. But then you look at the paper and it's Cherry Cobbler anyway. So I'm not 100% sold on this ribbon as part of the suite that it's in. I'm just giving it to you like I see it, because I don't want you to order those things thinking, oh, they're going to be great together, because Stampin' Up! Always does great. And they really do almost always do great with their coordinations. But I would just caution you to know when you order that they're a little different. The colors And the embellishments are a little bit different. They have a little bit different feel than the very traditional colors in the paper pack. All right, so then my last one is this weird ribbon that I love. It's like, it reminds me of a sponge. That's what I got for this. This is called a regular weave trim. And that's it. It doesn't really have any Stampin' Up! Color associated with it. It's more yellow than crumb cake. It's more warm than basic beige. It's more yellow than very vanilla. It's more yellow than linen thread. Like linen thread has a gray tone to it. This is a very yellow, golden, warm color. And then a regular weave isn't really a weave at all. Like, oh, it's just, maybe it is a weave. It reminds me of a sponge. I really think it's cool. It's going to be great for the fall things, all the leafy stuff that you're doing in the fall time, with the tractor. It kind of has a hay feel, a harvesty feel. It's going to be very good with pumpkins. It doesn't want to tie and untie because of the regular weave. It sticks on itself. It doesn't want to, when you do a bow and you do loop, swoop, tuck, like at the tuck part, it doesn't want to slide here. Everything gets kind of hung up on itself. So if you're going to do a bow, you're going to have to kind of gently wrestle it in after you do the tuck and pull part, okay? But very, very neat. Super different. 3/8 inch, not too wide. I really love it. All right, so what do you guys think? What's your favorite of the products that I hauled? Debbie said that the ribbon looks glittery. It does. It has like, it's not glittery, like it has any texture, but it also isn't like a metallic weave, really. If it is, then it's so super fine. I almost feel like it's more of like a finish, a treatment or a finish. You can see kind of a filament that's silvery on the edge of the ribbon, but it has kind of a small, speckly, almost glittery look to it. Very different from anything we've had recently. And Debbie also says scrapbook page leaves, right? They're good 12 by 12 scrapbook page size for leaves. I love those leaves. I can't wait. I'll be using them on cards too, because it'll be along the whole lines of the Party Piggy, the gingerbread, where you've got one great image. You got one great image, and all you have to do is embellish it, put it on a card, get a sentiment, so I think it's going to make great fall cards with those big leaves. Patty says the gingerbread is her favorite. The gingerbread boy is, I think, I like a lot of the things. I like a lot of the things too much. Put the cutie chicken on it, right? That's what I'm saying. This right here, hey. With the chicken. Oh, so perfect. So perfect. Yep, this with the Tractor and Company bundle is going to be awesome. All your harvest projects. Jan says the sequins may go with the North Pole delivery paper. I definitely feel like the style of those two products matches better. I'm not 100% sure about the colors. Let's look if I can get it, because I didn't put them back in their envelopes. But let's take a look at that. Ooh, you guys, it's a craft catastrophe. All right, so let's look at that. Well, see already right away because of the pool party background here. I think that those little glimmery things are going to feel more at home with this paper too, because they slid all the way across the table. All right, so let's take a look here at this view. But, okay, the red is still very true real red in the embellishments. So, where it's a little more, let's do like this one, Poppy Parade on the reds. I like the gold. I like the, look at how the blue though. It is almost a balmy blue. I would say it's closer to balmy blue than cloud cover. Kind of works with the pool party. I think some of them do. The gold, I think you can use with a lot of different things. But when you get into some of these cute little patterns, right? You just want a sprinkle of some. Yeah, I think that this is a really good combination. The style of the embellishment and the colors work really good. This one, put that one on top. My favorite one. And then with the Very Vanilla, which is the other side of this, I think the gold is going to work really well with that Very Vanilla. Yep. I think it works. I think they're going to be a little bit of a chameleon, depending on how you use them with the traditions, depending on how you use them with the North Pole. But I do like this ribbon with this paper. It just is almost a perfect match. So I'll be putting these together. I'll be putting the ribbon with the North Pole delivery card club for cool people. That's another spoiler alert for upcoming card clubs. All right, so that, my friends, is the haul. Now, I wanted to do something else here really quick. I'm going to grab this guy, and I'm going to grab my other guy over here. Oh dear. At this point of a haul, we just try not to ruin any paper. That's all. That's the best we can do. All right, I'll get this guy. And, all right, so one of these is gonna coordinate with the punch and one does not. So we're gonna do him really quick. Okay, let me get my blocks. Oh, yeah. One, two. So, what's everybody's plans for the weekend? Got anything good going on, everybody? Anybody? What are you doing? We're getting ready for Violet's birthday. I already told you guys that at the beginning of the video, but they're kind of doing their thing. Desi's making Violet's birthday cake right now, and Max is fixing my car. I'm going to be very happy when this is all done and I can just post the details about the paper sampler, embed the replay of this video onto the blog, and then I can take off a little early this weekend. Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for a haul. I will definitely be back to crafting and lots of crafting very soon. As you can see, I've hauled a lot of product. A lot of product, and I'm working out what I want to do with it. I wanted to show you guys this little cutie just taken out from the catalog samples, because I have heard a few people say that they think Mr. Squirrel here is a little creepy, and I do not agree. I've got my early espresso for the outline, copper clay for the inside. Why copper clay, you ask? Well, because, I don't know, last time I checked, copper clay cardstock was on the last chance for like $9 a pack. And the ink pad and blends were still available and on sale. So I think copper clay is a pretty perfect color for a squirrel. And so why not? Why not pick up, if you're going to get this squirrely guy, get some copper clay while you're at it. Save some money on cardstock. And there, I think I lined it up pretty good. And then you have great squirrel. Oh, So cute. I can't wait till he dries. Okay, wait a second. Let me see about. There's second generation. Let's see if I can get the early espresso lines around the, I never do the inside and then try to stamp the lines, but we're going to try it anyways because I had a perfectly good second generation image right there to try. So let's see if I can do it. You might see the top of my head as I try to line it up, but well, maybe not. Banjo, stay still. This is hard, you guys. Is everybody holding their breath for me? Haha, not bad. Not bad for doing it backwards. All right, so there is super, super quick. All right, now let's give him a punch. Super, super quick. All right, so Stampin' Stick card class. We have lots of packets available. We have picked up our production of them. The fun part about Stampin' Stick card class is that you can use any images that you have. You do not have to use the Humble Home. If you're so inclined to get the Humble Home, punch is sold out. The stamp set, however, is on last chance right now, and it is $12. All right, so this is the Humble Home. The punch was awesome, but it's all straight lines and it's very easy to cut out. So if you missed it with the punch, don't entirely give up on Humble Home because the stamp set is still available and on sale for $12. So you can still get the Humble Home stamp set, the Stampin' Stick class packet, but you do not have to get the Humble Home if you don't have the Humble Home. You can do something entirely different, and that is what I'm trying to show you here. All right, so we've got our little squirrely. What do you guys like better, the second generation or full strength color? All right, there's our little acorn. I might do two of them. I might do two. Where would I do another one? Not to screw up something else. Maybe here. All right, now let me get rid of this for a second. And then move this for a second. No. Got dark crumb cake. Let's see if I can find my light crumb cake. That's it. And then to my left here, Banjo, where's your tail, buddy? Okay. Just stay very still, Banjo. Don't move. Stay still, Banjo. Good boy. All right, then I have my dark copper clay. All right, you guys would have to tell me if the copper clay Stampin' blends are still available on last chance. Last time I looked, they were, and they were discounted. And you'd have to tell me if the copper clay ink pad is still available and the cardstock. But all of those were still available last time I looked. And I think the squirrel is awesome with copper clay. I don't know who did the pink squirrel. Man, I should be careful because I don't mean to offend anybody, but the pink one in the catalog doesn't do justice. Ooh, you guys, it's gonna cut a lot of this paper off, but that's okay. I think he's much cuter in copper clay, and with all the discounts that were available on copper clay, I've been talking about how great the discount is on that for a while. All right, so I got my little squirrely and some acorns. Now I've got Go Nuts, It's Your Birthday. Let me see if that fits on my greetings, because in the Humble Home class packet we did Basic Beige for you with the More Messages die, and I don't know for sure if any of them are big enough for this greeting, but we are going to find out right now. Ooh, Go Nuts, It's Your Birthday. Let's see. There's also this one and this one. They might not be big enough for Go Nuts, It's Your Birthday. No, I might have to change my choice of greeting. That's okay. I love May You Gather Happiness too. I'm gonna get that one. Can't wait to see you again. I think that would fit maybe on the little skinny strip from More Messages. All right, let's see. I think I like this one for it. Or do I like this one for it? Maybe this one. All right, let's get my early espresso again. I'm going to May You Gather Happiness. Oh, I love it. All right, now, in my Stampin' Stick card class, you have everything that you need done for you. So let's grab our Stampin' Stick right here. And I'm going to take my copper clay card, and in that copper clay, oh, may you gather happiness. Can't wait to see you again. Do I want to put that on the inside? Can't wait to see you again. I got to think about that. Let me get a little liquid glue. So, Stampin' Stick card class. You get everything you need to make your cards. All you have to do is stamp and stick. Doesn't matter if you have the Humble Home bundle or not. We include the card, all the pieces that you need, organized and ready in the envelope so that you can mail it after you're done. Cards get lined. You can decorate them if you like. We have given you a little punch out, so you can put the little punch out inside the card. Ooh, I'm afraid that's not going to end well. Let's see if this one goes a little bit better. There we go. So I'm just going to add that one right there. And then I'm going to take this guy and a long block. This one might be too long, but that's okay. That's what I get for not putting them on the blocks ahead of time, but I really wasn't sure if I was going to stamp with you guys at all today. But because everybody's doing their thing and nobody's like, where's Mom to help? Like, Mom's stamping. Mom's stamping and sticking over here. All right. Can't wait to see you again. All right. Love it when the inside's as cute as the outside. That's got to dry for a second because early espresso can be a little smeary. I did not plan this. I thought that maybe I'd stamp a little bit. Hopefully you're not feeling like it's too, I don't know. I'm usually a little bit more choreographed, let's say, than this. But here's our Stampin' Stick card class anyways. So, All right, so then the Stampin' Stick card class, you can do what you want with the edges. We did not distress edges for you, but I'm going to. Here's my scissors. I think it'll look as good with the squirrels. Oh, by the way, this is that card, all right? From the kit. I'm gonna have to take one of these kits out of stock. This is the kit in stock right now, so this is exactly how you get it. Ready to go. You saw I took the vanilla cardstock out from the back of the kit, stamped my squirrel. I can't stamp images for you. Stampin' Up doesn't allow it. That's why it's called Stampin' Stick, because I can't stamp for you. Stampin' Up won't let me. And if I sticked it, then I'd be making a card for you, right? But if you do the stamping and the sticking, and we got everything else. So the kit comes with your basic beige piece already embossed for you. Rough up the edges if you want to or don't. I know some people don't like it. That is the biggest reason why we did not do the edges for you. All right, do I want my squirrely because he goes this way? Okay, so now I'm gonna get my glue again. I might have to be like watching paint dry and use a pen to open up this glue because I don't have another one. This one's a new one. All right, so there we go. Hopefully that did it. I'm gonna take my embossed panel, already embossed, pop that on the card. And then I'm gonna take my designer series paper, 2 pieces here. I'm gonna tear the edge of this green one. I'm going to put some glue here. I will be back to do this card class for you guys next Thursday at 2. This is just a little fun adventure that I could do without a whole lot of planning, frankly, because all the planning was already done for Stampin' Stick card class. And we can add this little guy right here. Get some tear and tape. Put tear and tape along the edge there. What do you guys think? I haven't looked back at the comments. I'm too busy winging it. Desi was live last Sunday. And I'm like, Desi, what are you going to do? She goes, I don't know. I'm going to work on my banners. I'm just going to wing it. I'm like, you're going to do what? She's like, I'm just going to wing it. I said, okay. I could never do that. And then she did. She went live and she just worked on her banners. She just shared what she was doing with you guys in the craft social. So if you haven't seen her video making banners for her classroom on the craft social, go check it out. And she did. She just hung out with you guys for a couple hours and made her banners. I said, I can't wing it. She goes, Mom, you can wing it. I'm winging it. Okay. I hope it works. All right, so then the next thing we have in our Stampin' Stick card class packet here are our die cuts. We do that for you. And so then you can color them. Got some Cajun Craze here. Let me look at my comments really quick. Are you guys even with me? Do you like this? It's cool to watch you create on the fly. Oh, it makes me nervous. Patty says, I think it's cute. Reminds me of the Retired Nuts About You stamp set. I loved that stamp set. That one just made me so happy. Nope, they're gone. Only cardstock remaining. Okay, so the copper clay cardstock is the one that remains. So check it out. Good price, right? Let's see here. Patty says no plans for the weekend, and I love it that way. That sounds good. Oh, Shirley says stamping, making jam, zucchini loaf, birthday dinner tonight, and Snowbird's aerial show. Oh my gosh. Lady, your weekend sounds like a vacation of loveliness. I want to go to your house this weekend. Joe says the squirrels are cute. I think so, right? Let's see here. Patty says, now I need to watch the replay to everything again. Well, I hope that my showing you the product and my opinions and I don't know, like reporting about those products helps you make your decisions, right? I'm very, I don't know. I like to be able to give you the heads up before you place your order on what I love, what I don't, show you what I'll be using, especially if you're card club people and you want to place kind of a bigger order at catalog release or strategically use your Stampin' Rewards, right? All right, so I'm just taking, you can make your flower any color that coordinates to your designer series paper, and we did that on purpose. You got your beige die cuts, and you make them what you want them to be. I'm doing copper clay, and I'm doing, you know what, I also want a color lifter really quick, and I'm going to do a little color lifter. The color lifter will add some extra texture, and it kind of takes a minute to take effect, so don't overdo it. You can go back and do more color lifter, but if you do too much, then you have to go back and add color back in, which is okay. It's totally workable. Okay, I'm going up the center of the sprig with dark mossy meadow. I'm going to go off from there with light mossy meadow. Uh-oh, stuck to my finger and I bent it a little bit. And then I'm going to go from the ends of the leaves back to the stem with Old Olive. If you want this class packet, you can get them while supplies last in the store. There is a link in the description below. You can join us on Thursday for the full class. I'm just playing around with the kit today. We'll do Thursday with the Humble Home, but for today, we're playing around with our brand new squirrely friend here. What's he called again? What's he called again? Oh my gosh, I'm stamping squirrels on my notebook and desk. He's called Fluffy Squirrel. Fluffy Squirrel. We're playing with Fluffy Squirrel today. So we're going to add our Fluffy Squirrel, and then the elements of our class packet. May you gather happiness. Maybe I want to do like that. Have that there. Maybe I should have did a Lost Lagoon flavor flower. Maybe. Maybe that should go there. Maybe. Okay, wait a second, because I've got to go over to the other side for a minute. So in your class packet, if you get it, or in the PDF, all the measurements will be there too. So if you've got your own supplies and you really just don't want to have the packet, that's okay. The PDF will have all your measurements for you. But you're going to have a piece of braided ribbon for each card, like you saw me take for the out of the class, or out of the card kits. But you're also going to get a piece at the front of your packet that is rolled up. Where did mine go? Like this. All right, so this one you're going to take apart. All right, you're going to take this out of the scrap, unbraid it, then use two strings or two strands of it to tie a big bow. Okay, and then the other piece you leave whole and stick on the card. So we're going to add that one here with our May You Gather. Okay, now where did my acorns go? There's one. And then you get enough of these antique. Man, I made a mess. I'm sorry. I'm usually more, what's the word? A little bit more choreographed than this, right? I know better what I'm going to do. All right, so then this guy. All right, so that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to, I punched this one a little sloppy, so I'm going to trim off the side a little bit. You guys ever do that? I'm not alone, right? Die cut shifts a little bit, or the punch is a little off center. Do a little trim. Let's get some dimensionals. And how fast does that Stampin' Stick card class packet make card making? Holy cow, look at that, like that. I took the squirrel out of the box, got it from Stampin' Up on Thursday, and apply new stamp set to easy card class packet, and just like that, there's our card. You guys, that fast. And I've said 100 times, and I'll say it again and again and again until you guys start to hear me, that you do not have to have the bundle that I featured. If you want the Humble Home, the stamp set is $12. The punch is gone, but you can do the Humble Home. But if you don't want the Humble Home, or if you don't have the Humble Home, or if you don't want the Humble Home without the punch, whatever it is, do the class packet with the products that you already have, or do like me and order something brand new and then put it to use immediately. I mean, look at that. You could, it doesn't matter what, you just stamp and stick. Doesn't matter what you stamp. You will be successful with this class packet. All right, so let's get some dimensionals on our squirrely. I'm only putting them kind of to the left of squirrely because this trim is kind of raised a bit. Get squirrely on there. We're going to get a dimensional for the acorn. Get a little acorn on there. And then a glue dot for this. Okay, I can't finish this and look at the comments, but I hope that you guys are loving the card. I will finish the rest of this packet with my squirrels now because I can't even resist. How'd I have that? Right about there? You think? I think right about there. And get some dimensionals. Again, I'm going to put my dimensionals around the trim because the trim's kind of tall. So I'll put them here and here, and then I'll put one here. And if you caught that, I tacked down the flower with the edge of that dimensional. And I'll pop May You Gather Happiness on there. And then I'm going to take your pick tool. Cannot wait to finish my other two cards, you guys. If I wasn't in a hurry to try to get ready for Violet's birthday, I'd be just finishing my other squirrel cards. So much fun. All right, then a few of these little dingles. Where do I want them? I think maybe there and there and there. I don't know. I think that might be enough dingles for this guy, for my squirrely guy. Maybe I want to bring this in a little bit. All right, I'm not going to keep you guys all day while I rearrange the dingles, but there we go. May you gather happiness, or thanks a lot. Doesn't matter. Class packet is yours to do whatever you want to. Apply your own creativity and enjoy it. Grab them from the Kitchen Table Stamper store right now while supplies last. And that's it, you guys. We made a card, we made a haul video, and that's it. I'll see you next week, Thursday at 2 p.m. Central for the Stampin' Stick card class, Humble Home Stampin' Stick card class. And then next Friday at noon, same bat time, same bat channels. Tony says, adorable card, love it. Jen says, you're so inspiring. I learn more from you every day. You are the wind beneath my wings, baby. Debbie says, enjoyed. Gotta go eat. I'm starving. See you later, Debbie. Melissa says, love the squirrel and copper clay. It's so cute with your packet. Thank you very much. I love him too. And he is really, really cute. Don't be... I've heard too many people say that they think he's creepy. And I said, he's not creepy. It's the pink nightmare squirrels that they had in the catalog samples. He's cute. So take a second look at him if you thought maybe he was creepy. You're going to see me use him a lot. Maybe, like I said, maybe for birthday club in November. We'll see. All right. So what else? What else? Oh, it looks like Elena's putting in the links in the comments too for the Humble Home. You can get the PDF to go along with the class, or you can get the PDF and class packet. Still, they're in their store. Tony said she did great. That talking about Desi and her live. Are the banners done? I can't wait to see the whole set together. No, she's not done yet. And today she's busy cooking for her sister. So hopefully this weekend. Let's see here. I think I got all the comments there. All right, Facebook, what else you got to say down here? Kathy says, thank you. I had a great time today. Oh, I'm so glad that you spent some time with me today. I didn't really intend to make a card, so that was a little bonus. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.